For 2,000 years, Judas Iscariot has been remembered as the disciple who betrayed Jesus. But do you know there is an ancient text that tells the story very differently? The Gospel of Judas. In this book, Judas is not presented as a traitor, but as a central figure who understands Jesus in a way the other disciples do not. It offers a version of Christianity that is completely different from what we find in the New Testament. In the canonical Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Judas betrays Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. He identifies him to the authorities, leading to Jesus' arrest and crucifixion. Judas later feels remorse and meets a tragic end. His name becomes a symbol of betrayal and regret. This story has shaped Christian belief and culture for centuries. The Gospel of Judas, however, presents a very different interpretation. It does not describe Jesus' miracles, parables, or public ministry. Instead, it is built around private conversations between Jesus and his disciples, especially Judas, shortly before the Passover. In the Gospel of Judas, the physical world is not created by the true, highest God. Instead, it is made by a lesser, being often called sackless or yaldabaoth. This creator is described as ignorant and flawed. According to the text, the other disciples unknowingly worship this lesser god. Jesus, however, is portrayed as coming from a higher spiritual realm, sent by the true and unknowable God. His mission is not to die for sins, but to reveal hidden knowledge that can free spiritual beings trapped inside physical bodies. In this text, Judas is the only disciple who recognizes Jesus' true origin. He says, "I know who you are and where you come from. You are from the immortal realm of Barbello." Because of this, Jesus takes Judas aside and shares secret knowledge with him. Jesus tells Judas, "You will exceed all of them, for you will sacrifice the man that clothes me." Here, Jesus' physical body is described as a covering or prison for his true spiritual self. In this interpretation, Judas' act of handing Jesus over is not seen as betrayal. It is seen as fulfilling a necessary role that allows Jesus' spirit to be freed from his body. The cross is no longer about sacrifice or redemption. It becomes a moment of spiritual release. In the Gospel of Judas, salvation does not come through faith, forgiveness, or grace. It comes through Gnosis, which means secret knowledge. Humanity is divided into groups. Most people belong to the material world and will perish with it. Only a chosen few possess a divine spark that can be awakened through hidden understanding. Jesus' teachings are not meant for everyone. They are meant only for those who can receive this secret revelation. This replaces the public message of the gospel with a private and exclusive form of salvation. The Gospel of Judas was not excluded because of fear or conspiracy. It was rejected because its teachings were fundamentally incompatible with the message of the New Testament. The Bible teaches God is the creator of a good world. The body is not a prison, but part of God's design. The cross is an act of love and redemption. Salvation is offered openly to all. The Gospel of Judas teaches the opposite. Creation is flawed. The body is a trap. The cross is a means of escape. Salvation belongs only to those with secret knowledge. Because of this, early Christian leaders rejected it as a different belief system entirely, not as an alternative gospel. The Gospel of Judas does not correct the New Testament. It shows us how diverse early religious ideas were in the ancient world. It presents a Jesus who reveals secret knowledge instead of offering redemption, and a cross that liberates spirit rather than saves humanity. So the Gospel of Judas stands today not as a missing book of the Bible, but as evidence of a very different form of spirituality that existed alongside early Christianity. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you again as we continue exploring other ancient texts in this series.